Like, if you're just cringe, I step
Just that
back.
they're more like really clingy.
Having a bigger ego.
Arrogance.
Rude people in general.
And they don't know how to kiss. And they don't know how to
And
kiss.
acting like they're better than they actually are. Like being really full of yourself.
In this video we are talking about the reasons why some men don't get laid at all, get always rejected, and what's wrong with their thought processes. 1. Have unrealistic expectations of women. A lot of guys who haven't had much experience with women have unrealistic expectations of women. They are only interested in a gorgeous, virgin woman who appears to be ideal and has never done anything wrong. And she's not supposed to give a damn about your height, wealth, appearance, or self-assurance. Sorry, but that isn't possible. Every woman you meet has most likely already fucked a few men. Some of them were most likely douchebags. Every woman has flaws and shortcomings and has at some point done or said something ugly. It's fine if you want to wait till you discover the right woman. You may enjoy your choice. Because they believe society's myths about women, many men have unreasonable expectations of women. I can't tell you how many males I've seen who despise whores, yet will fuck anyone with a heartbeat. Many men fail with women because they believe women are the same creatures they see in movies and television shows, which is not the case. Women don't want the good guy dork who gets them flowers and sings songs outside their balcony. They want dominant, confident males who stir their emotions. The sooner you accept reality, the more successful you will be with women. 2. Make false generalizations and assumptions about women. Ladies just worry about money. Women in this pub are snobs, hot women are insane, and so on. The more broad generalizations you make like this, the more I suspect you haven't dealt with many women, because there are plenty of women who don't care about money, plenty of beautiful women who aren't insane, and so on. There are a few fundamentals about human nature that you must accept, but women are immensely diverse outside of those core facts. Surprisingly, you can't identify who's who just by looking at them. One thing you have to learn is that women absolutely hate negative guys, especially when they first meet them. Women want confidence, and confidence is just positivity but directed to everything. You don't have the right to unload your negativity on women until you have a deep relationship with them. There is a lot of guys who post hateful and negative shit about women always. If you are stuck in that mindset, you need to get out of it. Spreading negativity about women won't help you to get laid or even attract them. There are smart, intriguing ladies who appear to be porn stars, wild sex freaks who appear to be extremely innocent, and so on. It is sloppy thinking to generalize and make assumptions. This whole woman issue is too complicated. Let me simply create an easy generalization so I don't have to think anymore, says your reptile brain. Racists and bigots think along the same lines. Just because one attractive woman you met was like that, doesn't mean they'll all be like that. 3. They are needy. Have you recently been ghosted? Had a girl lost interest? I'm not sure why that happened to you, but it's most likely because you were behaving desperately. Neediness is the least appealing trait to women because it implies that you don't have many choices. It also puts a lot of pressure on her to deliver. Who wants to be with a despondent, lonely man whose only source of happiness is you? Scarcity causes neediness, and scarcity is produced by a negative self-image. Women don't find me beautiful, therefore I don't have a lot of options. A needy person subconsciously believes, if the cashier at McDonald's smiles at me, I need to acquire her number since that's my only opportunity at being laid this calendar year. For many men, a vicious cycle of neediness, scarcity, and rejection exists. They are rejected, so they experience scarcity and need, which leads them to act in unattractive ways, which leads to rejection. 4. They get emotionally invested quickly. It's a reality of human nature that men are much more emotionally invested than women. Men are largely visual creatures, which implies that if a woman is attractive, he will become emotionally attached immediately. Women are more complicated because they are seeking a long-term companion, thus they require more time to assess whether they are attracted. When men meet a woman, they virtually always decide yes or no right away, whereas a woman is always maybe until she has spent some time with you. Because men get emotionally invested so quickly, they often act needy or overly aggressive. They do crazy shit like take her to a 5-star restaurant on the first date or proclaim their love for her after talking for 20 minutes. They can't understand that the woman simply does not feel the same yet. 5. Selfish attitude. When you see males who find it difficult to strike up a discussion with women, you can tell they are self-centered. They simply want to chat about themselves or whatever nonsense interests them, regardless of whether or not the other person cares. As you might imagine, that's not very appealing. It's like saying, I'm going to talk your ear off about some shit you don't give a fuck about because I can't find anyone else who will talk to me about this stuff. Also reveals a yearning for approval. If your entire conversation revolves around how amazing you are, then it's like you're asking her to agree that you are an awesome personality. Selflessness is a trait of those who are adept at conversing. They allow the other person to speak about whatever he or she desires. Of course, in an ideal world, you'd select a topic that interests both parties. But you never monopolize the conversation and make it all about you. When women are asked what the biggest date blunder is, they invariably respond something along the lines of "he talked about himself the entire time" or "he talked about a bunch of dull topics." Having high expectations of women is linked to being selfish. Men that stink at women have this false expectation that women will share all of their hobbies, agree with all of their beliefs, and sit there and cry with them while they vent about whatever they want. But no woman will want to do that. 6. Do things for women that they don't even deserve. Simply put, being nice guy means that you do things for women that they don't even deserve, secretly hoping that she will pay you back with sex. That's not being nice. That's being manipulative. Ask yourself this. If I bought this girl a drink right now and she immediately walked away and talked to another guy, would I be mad? If the answer is yes, then you are buying the drink for the wrong reason. The rule should be this. You only do something for a woman only if she has already done an equivalent thing for you. This goes for everything: doing her favors, buying her stuff, texting her, even giving her attention. Your time, energy, and attention is important, and you must show that to women. If a woman thinks she can steal your time, energy, or attention whenever she wants by doing nothing, then she will not feel like you are a solid guy with boundaries. 7. Become a clown to entertain women. Women are not attracted to clowns or men who think their job is to entertain them. Women are attracted to men who entertain themselves. They want a man who is enjoying a fun emotional experience, so they can vicariously experience his emotional experience through him. Whenever you go to a club or a bar, you will see tons of guys dancing and having conversations not because they enjoy it, but because they are trying to get laid. Guess what women can tell you are just doing that shit to impress them and they lose interest. 8. Get obsessed over their one weakness. Tons of guys think women will never find them attractive because of one particular weakness. They are poor, they are short, they are bald, etc. And the reality is that these things often do make you less attractive to some women. But fortunately, women look at a lot of different factors when determining what men they are interested in. So if you suck at one of these factors, you can make up for it elsewhere. Tom Cruise is short, Vin Diesel is bald, and tons of poor guys get laid. A lot of men make the mistake of thinking that women only care about looks because men only care about looks. 9. Overthinking and sexualize everything. My biggest obstacle in coaching guys is preventing mental masturbation. These guys are intelligent and want to solve the problem by thinking, but you can't solve every problem by thinking. Sometimes you need to just do it. Sometimes the more you read pure articles, the more frozen with anxiety you get. Just go out and do. Another aspect of overthinking is trying to rationally analyze every single thing you do in the field. I'm sorry, but it is too much information for any person to remember. To succeed with women, you need to act naturally, not like you are reading from a script. 10. Their ego won't let them improve. A lot of guys can make a few small improvements to get much better with women, but they refuse to do so because of their ego. They don't want to change the way they dress, their hair. They don't even want to level up at all. It's a fact about human nature that men's self-esteem is naturally tied to how much women like them. So no man wants to admit that he sucks with girls or that he can improve. I basically have given up on giving guys advice on women unless they ask for it, because most guys don't want to hear anything that indicates that they may have been doing it wrong before. 11. They hate women for not choosing them. This is the number one trait I see in men that makes them difficult to get along with women. And look, I get it. Women are often emotional, shitty, impulsive, rude, stupid, and vindictive. They often lie, reject you in shitty ways, humiliate you, etc. But guess what? These aren't traits of women, these are traits of people. Men do this shit too. And you can't project the behavior of one woman or a bunch of women onto all women. To succeed with women, you need to form an emotional connection with them. And you simply cannot form an emotional connection with somebody you hate because you inevitably do something that shows that you hate them. The main reason men hate women is that they have been tricked by society into thinking that women are a certain way. And when they see women acting contrary to this idealized image, they get angry. But the fault is not with women. Women are just being women. The fault is with yourself for holding a false view of what women are. Just like you don't get mad at a 2-year-old for acting like a 2-year-old, you shouldn't get mad at a woman for acting like a woman. An important skill in this game is empathy. If you can understand and acknowledge what women are feeling, what kind of bullshit they have to deal with, and what they do and do not like, you will connect with them much better than if you just say, "There go those crazy women again."